I guess let's cut right to it, right? People are at this event because they're trying to make the workplace more engaging, more human for employees. What do you see in your work as the big challenge right now to engaging employees?
The biggest thing employers get wrong about engagement is that it's something that they have to do for their employees, not something employees do for themselves. I mean, the research is so clear. What people want more than anything else, more than the ping pong tables and the net pods and even the in-house laundry service, is meaningful work and continuous feedback. And if we can provide both, then our employees are going to be engaged.
Awesome. Well, let's talk about continuous feedback, because I think that's at the heart of so much of what we wrestle with, right? Feedback gives us a lot of heartburn. You've written an entire book about how to make feedback work better, how to fix feedback. And so talk a little bit, you talk about the approach Feed Forward, which I love. Tell us about Feed Forward. What is it?
It's a whole new mindset about how people approach performance and potential. Feedback looks at a past that people can't change or control, but Feed Forward examines a future that they can. And if we make that small but important shift from feedback to feed forward, to stop looking at who people are and to start looking at who they are becoming, then we help them become their very best versions of themselves.
That's an awesome, like, who they're becoming. That's a really great idea. So talk to it. So tell me more about Feed Forward. How does Feed Forward work? What is it? Get under the hood a little bit on it.
Yeah, Feed Forward is a science-based approach to helping people uncover personal best. And in the book, the Feedback Fix identify 6 core pieces of that new narrative, with the acronym REPAIR, helping people uncover their personal best and helping people become the very best versions of themselves. Some of the ways that managers can do this is by adopting a learn-it-all approach instead of a know-it-all approach. So often managers come into the picture and they think they've got it all figured out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm your manager, I think, hey, I know exactly what happened about an event that happened so long ago that probably neither you nor I really remember.
Right.
But if we make that shift and we start turning the focus on you, not me, and if I become a better listener and learner, and try to uncover things from your perspective and help you see things the way that you really know, then both of us will walk away from that conversation more learned, more informed, and ultimately focused on helping you be the best that you can be.
So tell me REPAIR. Run that down for me. I'm curious. Now you put that out there. It's a teaser. Like what are the 6?
R stands for reframes. It reframes the whole conversation around development, not just ratings.
Got it.
E is for expands. It expands people's creativity. P is for particular feedback. A is for authentic feedback. I is for feedback that makes an impact. And R is for refining these dynamics within teams so that feedback doesn't just have to be a conversation, but can be a driver of team growth and creativity.
Okay, REPAIR, I like it. So now let's dive into kind of practical now. So give me an example of, like, maybe contrast, or help me understand, or help us understand the difference between, like, a feedback situation in the past, how we would have done it, and how that would look differently if we were to use Feed Forward, use the REPAIR model.
One of the ways you can have these more authentic conversations is by, for example, ditching praise sandwiches, which is the standard way for giving feedback.
Sure.
And we get why people do it. There's nervousness, there's fear of upsetting someone. I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to impair my relationship with you.
Right.
So I kind of tuck away the really critical part of that conversation between 2 slices of praise.
Right.
And while that's safe, it ultimately doesn't lead to anything impactful, because research says that you're only going to hear the 2 ends of that praise sandwich,
Right.
and not the murky middle.
Right.
So Feed Forward would call for a more authentic, bolder conversation, not so much a praise sandwich, but a Feed Forward wrap. A wrap is where you talk about what's happening and where it's happening, the reason why it's happening, the affect, the feelings that it causes, and P, prompting you to now take ownership of that and to come up with your own ideas for change and improvement. Rather than me tell you what to do, I'm going to be that mirror holder who allows you to see the problem for yourself and ultimately tell me what we can do together to help solve this problem and make improvements.
Got it. Cool. That sounds really helpful. I love the devices to help people remember that. So I'll give you one last question. It's one of my favorite questions we've been asking. So I have kind of a love-hate relationship with the practice of management, and there's a lot of nonsense in there. So if you had a magic wand for 2019 and you could sort of will a particular management practice or management approach or management dogma that we've been hanging on to out of existence, what would it be?
Don't operate with fear, operate with love and care. So many times managers see their roles as forcing a change, but with Feed Forward, you provoke an insight. Your job as the manager is to help someone see themselves in a whole new way. And if you're brave enough and bold enough as a manager to operate with that learning mindset, to make the shift from feedback to Feed Forward, and to start being the mirror holder who helps someone see himself or herself in a whole new way, and that relationship becomes one of trust, love, and ultimately results.
Love that. Love conquers fear in management in 2019.
There it is.
Awesome. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.